Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to repot these 3 Chinese gods into a round pot. I put them in this pot because it was kind of the deepest one I had at the time and I needed to build up the size. I put some mesh around last year, filled it all with soil to get the roots growing down into it. So I'm going to repot it now because I wanted to, it's still growing quite well at the moment. It's probably got another month at least of growth before I have to put it into the shed. So I want it to kind of have taken off in its new pot, and it's probably going to be a pot it's going to be in for a long time. So I want to get it into that so that I'm not putting it in fresh going into the shed for the winter. I want to have it so it's got a bit of growth behind it after it's repot. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. So we'll get it out of this pot and we'll have a look at the roots and see what it's looking like. I presume I didn't tie it in though, so I'm hoping we can get it out as one. Filled out the roots alright. These was only done last year. These are just cuttings that I had. Yeah, they're taking it pretty well. So like that, they kind of slow down when I put them in the shed for the winter. They'll be under grow lights and there'll be a heater in there, but they don't seem to do as well as they are right now. So like that, I want to get them into their pot and just getting stronger before I do that, before I start putting them in the shed. We're still having some pretty nice weather. We're getting a good bit of rain now, which is good too. It's kind of be sunny for really hot and sunny for a couple of hours, then it rains for half an hour and it's sunny again, and the trees are loving it. But I don't want these to kind of fill this square pot too much with roots because they were always going to go in a round pot. That's why I kind of placed them in a kind of triangle. There won't be any front as such to the planting, and I want to get them out of this rectangular pot. A bit of a funny feeling. I put this down as one big piece of drainage cloth, which I'm shocked if I did. It looks like I have, yeah. I don't think I was expecting the roots to grow so quick. So let me lesson doing this. I should never put it down as one full sheet. I think the plan was to maybe keep the sheet as a platform for the statues to stand on. Maybe that's what my plan was. I'm just wondering, would that be a good plan to cut that in a circle and leave it to hold the 3 of them together? This one's kind of coming away from it now, so I may as well just keep going. If I have to reposition them, then I will. Not too bad, but I think if I'd left it much longer, by next year, it would have been a nightmare to get this screen out. You see, it's just starting to get choked up. So the trees are getting damaged. Big roots have gone through it. Okay, so note to self, don't do that again. There's one piece. I need to kind of get rid of some of this soil in here if I can. Obviously I don't want it buried up this deep again. If you leave it buried for too long, you end up with tons and tons of fine roots up high. That's not really what I want. I want the fine roots down, basically below their feet, and only a few heavy roots up the top. Okay, let's get it in the pot and have a look. Hopefully it fits in the pot. I'm going to give it a wash, I suppose. Let me have a look. We can maybe give it a wash out. Might be able to get a few more bits of stones and stuff out. I'll go through that soil and reuse it. Take out any weeds. We can use that again. Okay, I'll go and wash it and we'll bring it back. Okay, so I'll give it a bit of a wash. Now I'm just going to trim back some of these excess roots. I don't want to trim off too much now because, like I said, this is to kind of want it filling out, filling this round pot, hopefully before winter, with plenty of strong roots. But you see, we're really getting a lot of roots, so I think we'll be okay. Just trim around the edges here a bit. And I've repotted a few of these lately. These are Chinese privet, and they seem to not skip a beat. They seem to be happy out. They're kind of like Chinese elm. They just don't seem to mind, as long as you keep them well watered after the repot. Okay, so things are alright there now. Like I said, once it's filled this pot with roots, next year, maybe even next spring, we'll take it out and then we can do a bit more root work on it. But right now I don't want to do too much because we want it to stay alive, obviously, and we want it to fill this pot with roots before winter hits. Okay, so This is the pot and hoping we can use. So make a drum pot. So we'll get some drainage screen in it. Would you believe I'm running very low on drainage screen? I'm gonna have to get some more. 3 small bits for there. I have to use an old piece in the middle because I've ran out. I have to remember to get some more from work. Okay, a bit dirty but it's okay. Alright, let's get a bit of soil in there. Be enough for now. Next time we repot it, then we'll lift it another bit. Eventually I want it so the statues are almost to the top of the pot. Just make sure they're roughly centralised and they're all standing up straight. Good to me. Keep them in nice and tight to each other so they're all kind of touching, so the roots are going from one to the other and stuff. Just try and make sure I keep the roots pinned in. What's happening with these is they're growing across here, but they're sending roots down like that. So it should look quite good when it's filled out. Okay, so I think we're alright. Here we can get rid of that bit sticking out. And like I said, I could trim a bit more root off, but I want them to fill this part by winter with roots, so they're good and safe for winter. There's one right here, it's kind of springing up. Let's get rid of that one. Okay, let's fill it up. I'm not going to put any soil now in the middle. I want them fine roots to just dry off and die off, just leaving the ones that are raking it down into the soil to get stronger. Okay, I'm going to take a while to work all this in, so I'll just pause the video for a minute. Okay, so that's got them all planted up. Just put some fine stuff on the top just to help keep the surface from drying out just too quickly. Yeah, so as you can see there, like when I planted them first they were buried to here, and then I dropped it, and now I've just dropped it again, and I'd say I need to drop it maybe another inch. Come the spring maybe we'll lift it another inch, and then they'll be kind of more or less out of the soil. Just the stands will be, the little stands they're on will be in under the soil. So yeah, we're getting there. It's starting to look kind of quite good, I think. The roots are entwining with each other and stuff, going from one to the other, so that's good. We can always make our adjustments to the roots next time if we find we want to put some roots higher up, going from one to the other. Maybe like here we could have one crossing over, so yeah, they kind of really hold each other together. But yeah, okay, so we'll leave it at that one, guys. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all that stuff, and we'll see you on the next one.